In this video, serious questions are now emerging about the reliability of Constable Zungu's testimony after Bongani Ntanzi firmly rejected every key allegation against him. Under questioning by advocate Ramosepele, Ntanzi denied being in Vosloorus, denied knowing Zungu, and denied ever being at the Basutu hostel, setting up a direct credibility clash that the court cannot ignore. Let's roll the clip.
Now, Constable Zungu testified further that between 2000 hours and 2100 hours, he saw you, accused number 1 and accused number 3, coming into the hostel, moving very fast, going into Gwabeni's room, and according to him, you all looked shocked. Did this happen?
Kufakazi bakhe uConstable uZungu wathi-ke kwakuphakathi-ke no-8 no-9 ebusuku ngazi 26 October 2014 kwakuwena msola wokuqala kanye nowesithathu nangena-ke lapho naya kwi-kamera noma-ke kwigumbi lokulala lakhe uGwabeni futhi-ke nibukeka niyabantu-ke kukhona-ke into nje ebathusile ingabe kwenzeka lokho? No, my lord, that's not true. Because up to now, my lord, I don't know Gwabeni's house. As to where he stays, I don't know.
Were you in the company of accused number 1 and 3 at Gwabeni's room at the time mentioned by Constable Zungu on the 26th of October 2014?
Ingabe nanye kwaGwabeni wena-ke undawonye naye umsola wokuqala kanye nowesithathu ngaso lesi sikhathi lesi uGwabeni asishilo noma akhuluma ngaso? No.
Did you go anywhere that evening of the 26th of October 2014 in the company of accused number 1 and 3?
Kukhona yini la owaya khona ngalo lelo langa lelo uhamba nomsola wokuqala kanye nowesithathu? No, my lord.
Now, what do you say about Constable Constable Zungu's testimony on this aspect, that he saw you accused number 1, 2, and 3 in a hurry going into Gwabeni's room looking shocked?
Manje-ke uthini ngaloku-ke ukhulunywa uConstable Zungu kubufakazi bakhe ukuthi-ke kwakuwena umsola wokuqala kanye nowesithathu ningena kulona-ke ikamera likaZungu futhi-ke nibukeka-ke ukuthi kukhona-ke nje into eyanithusa futhi-ke nanihamba nje ngezinini? That's not true, my lord.
Now, Constable Zungu testified further that he then stood up from where he was sitting and followed all 3 of you into Gwabeni's room.
Eqhubeka-ke nomfakazi bakhe uConstable Zungu uthi wasesukuma-ke la ayehlezi khona wanilandela-ke ukuya kulona-ke ikamera likaZungu.
Did that happen?
Kwenzeka yini lokho? No, my lord, because I don't know Gwabeni's bedroom. I also don't know Zungu.
He testified, Constable Zungu, that when he got into that room, the light went off, back on, but the crux is this, that he saw accused number 1 and 3 carrying firearms on them.
Uthi efika-ke lapho kulona-ke ikamera lelo likaZungu kwaseqeshwa-ke ugesi kodwa-ke kwaphinda kwalayitwa futhi-ke noma kwakhanyiswa futhi-ke kodwa-ke kuloko akushoyo ukuthi-ke lapho wabona umsola wokuqala kanye nowesithathu bephethe ibhamu. I wasn't there, my lord. I know nothing.
Did you see accused number 1 and 3 carrying guns on the 26th of October in the presence of Constable Zungu at the Basutu hostel?
Ingabe wambona yini umsola wokuqala nowesithathu bephethe ibhamu nge-26 October 2014 eBasutu hostel? No, my lord, because I don't even know the hostel. As well as accused number 3 is unknown to me, my lord. I saw him for the first time in Boksburg.
He testified that the firearms carried by accused number 1 and 3 respectively were a .38 revolver and a 9mm.
Uthi-ke ibhamu lezo ababeyiphethe-ke kwakuyi-.38 i-revolver kanye ne-9mm.
Angisazi nesibhamu.
I'm not familiar with firearms, my lord.
And Constable Zungu testified further that when he saw this carrying of firearms in Gwabini's room in your presence and the presence of accused number 1 and 3 as well, they were handing these firearms to Gwabini. Did you see any firearm exchange in Gwabini's room on the 26th of October 2014?
Uthi-ke kubufakazi bakhe uma eyibona le ibhamu-ke wabona-ke zidluliselwa kuyena-ke uGwabini. Ingabe wabona yini kudluliselwa ibhamu uGwabini ngazo 26 October 2014?
Cha, akaze ngibone.
No, I never saw, my lord,
Ngoba ngangingekho futhi lapho.
because I wasn't there.
Constable Zungu testified that his suspicion was aroused and he had requested Gwabini to hand over Constable Zungu's firearm back to him, which was a service pistol, a Z88. Did you see that happening?
Uthi-ke waseba ney'nsolo-ke yena ila acela khona-ke uGwabini ukuthi-ke amnikeze isibhamu sakhe sasemsebenzini ekwakuyi-Z88.
Z88, it's an issue by the SAPS.
Isibhamu-ke leso sasemaphoyiseni. Ingabe wabona yini lokho?
Ngangingekho Nkosi enkantolo. Leyo ndawo leyo angiyazi.
I wasn't there, my lord. I don't even know that place.
Wayena uZungu mina ngimaze ngiqala ukumbona mengena la ecourt.
Even Zulu is unknown to me. I saw him for the first time when he came into court, my lord.
He testified, Constable Zungu, further that upon receipt of his Z88 from Gwabini, then he smelt it in order to satisfy himself that that firearm was not used for nefarious reasons.
Uthi-ke esesinikiwe-ke isibhamu sakhe uyena uGwabini ila asesinuka khona-ke ukuqinisekisa-ke ukuthi akukho la esisetshenziswe khona-ke sisetshenziswa mhlawumbe-ke ekugangeni.
Were you present in that room of Gwabini on the 26th of October 2014, and did you observe Constable Zungu smelling his firearm?
Wawukhona yini lapho kwigumbi lakhe uGwabini nge-26 October 2014 nokuthi wambona yini uConstable Zungu enukisa isibhamu sakhe?
Cha, ngangingekho.
No, my lord, I wasn't there.
Ngoba nendlu kaGwabini angiyazi, noZungu angimazi.
Because even Gwabini's house is unknown to me, I also don't know Zungu.
Now, he testified further, Constable Zungu, that he then started reprimanding Gwabini, asking him why were they in possession or holding firearms in the hostel, and this was done whilst you were still in that room. Did this happen?
Uthi-ke ila aqala khona-ke ukuthi-ke athethiseke uGwabini ukuthi-ke babungani-ke bephethe ibhamu ehostel. Uthi lokho kwenzeka-ke usekhona-ke wena lapho. Ingabe kwenzeka yini lokho?
Cha, awulona iqiniso Nkosi enkantolo.
No, it's not true, my lord.
Constable Zungu testified that as he's busy reprimanding Gwabini about the possession or handling of firearms within the hostel complex, you then left that room of Gwabini, you, Mr. Ntanzi.
Uthi-ke kusekuloko-ke esathethisa yena-ke uGwabini mayelana ney'bhamu-ke ila wena-ke Ntanzi owaphuma khona.
Did that happen?
Kwenzeka yini lokho?
Cha, Nkosi enkantolo mina ngazi nendlu kaGwabini angiyazi, noZungu angimazi.
No, my lord, I don't know. I don't know Zungu's house, Gwabini's house. I also don't know Zungu.
He testified, Constable Zungu, that at some stage, whilst they were in the room and you are outside, accused number 5 arrived, and his first inquiry was whether or not there was a problem or an issue.
Uthi-ke usengaphandle-ke wena lapho noma usaphumile-ke lapho kwafika-ke umsola wesihlanu efuna ukwazika noma efisa ukwazika ukuthi yayikhona yini inkinga.
Did you see accused number 5 arriving on the 26th of October 2014 at Kwabeni's room as testified to by Constable Zungu in this manner?
Ingabe wambona yini efika umsola wesihlanu ngazi 26 zika-October 2014 kulona-ke ikamera likaGwabeni ngayo le ndlela le uConstable Zungu ethula ubufakazi ngayo?
Cha Nkosi enkantolo, umsola wesihlanu mina angimazi, ngiqala ukumbona eProspect.
No, my lord. Accused number 5 is unknown to me. I saw him for the first time in Boksburg.
uZungu futhi naye ngiqala ukumbona uma ngingena ecourt.
And I saw Zungu for the first time when he came to court.
Indlu kaGwabeni angiyazi.
Gwabeni's house is unknown to me.
Constable Zungu testified further that accused number 5 asked him to leave the room so that he can speak to the occupants in privacy, and that's when he obliged and left that room.
Uthi-ke wase ecelwa-ke yena Constable Zungu umsola wesihlanu ukuthi-ke aphume-ke ngoba-ke wayefisa ukuthi akhulume-ke nalabo ababe lapho ngempela-ke waphuma yena Constable Zungu.
Do you know anything about that?
Khona kwaziwe mayelana nalokho? No.
Constable Zungu testified that as he leaves that room, he sees you at some corner, and by then he observes that you have changed the jacket that you were wearing. Initially, you were wearing a black jacket, now you've changed into a grey jacket.
Uthi-ke ephuma-ke yena Constable Zungu ila akubona khona-ke wena uma ekubona-ke manje wawusewushentshile-ke ijacket owuyigqokile ngaphambilini-ke wawushintshe ijacket ingasiyona le owuyigqokile qala.
Did this happen?
Kwenzeka yini lokho?
Akulona iqiniso baba.
That's not true, my lord.
Angimazi uZungu Nkosi enkantolo.
Zungu is unknown to me, my lord.
Okay. Now, Mr. Ntanzi, having heard what I've said so far about what Zungu says about you regarding the date of the 26th, do you still maintain that you were not at the hostel Basotho on the 26th of October 2014?
Usukuzwile-ke lokho engiqeda ukusho kuwena ukuthi yini eyashiwo uZungu enkathi ethula ubufakazi bakhe la phambi kwale nkantolo. Usamile-ke ukuthi wawungekho lapho wena-ke eBasotho hostel nge-26 zika-October 2014.
Yebo Nkosi enkantolo, ngisamile la.
Yes, my lord, I still maintain it.
And is Constable Zungu's testimony about your presence, your activities at Basotho hostel on the 26th of October true or false?
Manje-ke okushiwo uyena uConstable Zungu mayelana nawe owakwenza khona eBasotho hostel ngazo i-26 ka-October 2014 kuyiqiniso noma akusilona iqiniso?
Ukhuluma amanga Nkosi enkantolo.
He's telling lies, my lord.
What we have just witnessed is not a minor disagreement. It is a direct, on-record rebuttal of a police witness. Under careful questioning by Advocate Ramosepele, Bongani Ntanzi did something very significant. He rejected, point by point, the key aspects of Constable Zungu's version. He says he was never in Vosloorus. He says he does not know Constable Zungu. He says he was never at the Basotho hostel. And he flatly denies the pistol incident described in court. Now pause and think about what that means. Because once a witness's version is directly challenged in this manner, the spotlight does not stay neutral. It intensifies on the reliability of the evidence being presented to court. So the real question becomes, how well does Constable Zungu's testimony withstand this kind of direct rebuttal? Remember, this was not just any witness. This was a law enforcement officer giving sworn evidence in a murder trial. The standard expected here is exceptionally high. And viewers must ask themselves carefully, are there aspects of Zungu's version that require stronger corroboration? Are there gaps or pressure points that the court will have to interrogate closely? And can this evidence safely carry the weight the state needs it to carry? Because if material parts of a police witness's testimony were ever found to be unreliable, the consequences are serious. Not just for this case, but for the integrity of the process itself. The law is very clear. Knowingly giving false evidence under oath enters the territory of perjury. No such finding has been made, but what is undeniable is this. Constable Zungu's evidence is now firmly under forensic pressure. and the court will ultimately have to decide whether it remains safe to rely on it beyond reasonable doubt. We will continue to follow how the court weighs this critical testimony. To every single viewer who watches, comments, shares, and supports this channel, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Your engagement means more than you know. This community is growing because you care about the truth, the law, and careful courtroom analysis. I don't take your time or your trust for granted. If you find value in this kind of clear, evidence-based breakdown, please consider subscribing, liking the video, and sharing it with others who want to follow the case closely. And as always, drop your respectful thoughts in the comments. I read them. We follow the facts. We follow the law. Until next time, I'm Skybridge. Goodbye.